this thing. So I felt like an idiot because you go to the judges table and you try to show them and tell them how you made your costume. And the whole time I'm like, they're not going to take me serious. I'm like lifting my way through, like I sewed this way. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's just because, you know, it's like if you plan on doing it a few times, it's worth the money.
Where did you get your contacts for this costume and also for like any of your other ones? Who do you usually use for your specialty contacts?
This one I ordered online and honestly I cannot remember where. She has cat's eyes, so I just looked for cat eye contacts, and thankfully those are pretty easy to come by. Where you have maybe a harder time, it would be if you wanted a sclera lenses that like cover your whole eye, and those are going to be at least $250 to $300. But mine were I think 60 or 65 or something. And then a lot of my contacts I get from the contact lens company that is at a lot of anime conventions, because the lady Michelle who owns it, she makes sure that they are FDA approved. She makes them out of a lab in Atlanta, and they're all safe. Like, she tells you how to clean them and, you know, care instructions, and if anything ever goes wrong on them, then she'll replace them for you. So, I mean, I feel like I can trust her work, and she does offer a lot of variety, and it's right here. You don't have to pay for shipping, you don't have to wait. So I use her a lot. But then I've started using some circle lenses as well, which is like the newest rage in cosplay, the lenses that make your eyes look bigger, and new fad from Japan and Hong Kong and all these, you know, Asian countries that are like, you know, all the girls have like these giant anime eyes now, so, you know, it's slowly coming over here to the US. And so if you want some, you just Google circle lenses, and there are several companies that do them. Yes?
About your photo shoots, do you usually like tell your photographer like an idea that you have in your head, or does your photographer do most of the research for what shots you want to see? Or is it more of a collaboration?
It's either a collaboration or it's like me saying, I want this shot in this location. Because it's like, you know, once you're in costume, you don't have that much time. So you try to scout out the location like as you're going through the con. And so when I do get a photographer, then I'm very like, I'd like to go here, this is the kind of shot I want to get, and then we kind of go from there. And, you know, if it's a good photographer who works well with you, then he kind of sort of will like come up with supplemented ideas as well, and sort of get a very comprehensive photo shoot. If I do a photo shoot away from a convention, then it's super planned out. Like, I know where I want to go, I know the day, I have people, you know, coming over, and everybody's like ready to go at this time, and very, very planned. So, and that's really the only way you can ensure that you have a good photo shoot, is to plan ahead. But it's like a lot of times, like a lot of my photos are taken at conventions. So, because I'm in the costume, the photographers are there, so let's find a good location to go.
So, outside of do you have a photographer, they want to do the shoot?
I've not had to pay photographers, and it's like I would not mind paying them to support them, but so far it's just kind of worked out where, you know, we kind of wanted to collaborate anyway. But I think if you know of a photographer and you want to get pictures with them, you know, it's totally okay to see, you know, like how much would it be to get you to take my picture for half an hour. And a lot of them will, you know, be less than $25 or $30, and I think that's really worth it if they give you, you know, high-res images of the photos, because that's something that you'll always have as a souvenir. So, and that definitely helps them as well, because they buy their gears and they have to pay for their trip to the con as well. So. My pictures are either done by the photographers, or I do some lighting corrections and I add the watermarks on them. But you know, I'm somewhat limited of knowledge in photoshopping. So like Anna Fisher, she actually does a lot of work, you know, prior to giving me the photos. So her pictures are always just absolutely spot on. So, but some photographers, they don't do any Photoshop, so they just give you the raws and you just kind of have fun with it. I try to just up the contrast and bring out, you know, the colors in a costume and sort of go from there. But, you know, you do what you can. So I know some cosplayers have like these super awesome pictures with like 3D backgrounds and crazy stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know anybody like that. But yeah, I think it's time. I think it's 5 now, and thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you being here. Hopefully I get to do some more panels next year at A-kon. You know, please feel free to recommend for me to come back to do more panels next year. And then,
Now we can.